What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Nick, and today we are talking about at actually midnight, the 2023 Royal Rumble. So hear me out. All right, man, I'm gonna fly through a lot of these matches so I can get to what's important, and that was the whole Bloodline story in the final chapter of it, because that was a movie. That was a movie. It was one of the best. I ain't seen a movie that good in a minute. Like, that was a really good cinematic, incredible story to a movie. Like, it was just crazy. And I don't even know who. I feel like James Cameron, that made Titanic and Avatar, was flown in to create this whole Bloodline storyline, because there is no way that anybody in the WWE came up with this just so beautifully and lovely. It has just came out so perfect. But we'll get to that later. Let's talk about the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble. I'm not gonna go through all who came out. It wasn't too many surprises. I do want to give a shout out. Walter came out first. Walter came out first, and Walter was the second guy who was standing with the Royal Rumble winner, which is Cody Rhodes. We all knew Cody was gonna win. Ain't a person in this world that is an actual WWE fan did not think that Cody. Actually, no, I sound stupid, because actually I thought Sammy was gonna somehow go in there and win. So yeah, for me to think that, but deep down, we knew it was gonna be Cody Rhodes. He came out number 30. Yes, we knew it, but there was something still unpredictable about it, because Walter is the Intercontinental Champion. We know this, but I still had a 5% like doubt, is Cody gonna do this? Because after Walter lasted 70 minutes in the match, which he broke a record in that match in itself. He did that. But not only that, they had a long match after that. So it was like Walter was really there for a minute. No. Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think it was Cody that stayed there for 70 minutes. Cody stayed there for 70 minutes, and Walter was the one. Hell, I don't know. It was one of them two, right? They stayed in for a very, very long time. I think okay, it was Cody. Cody was in there for 70 minutes.
That's just what I'd expect you to say. Dumb people are always blissfully unaware of how dumb they really are.
So Walter had to be in there longer. Yeah, that's how it was. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell happened. But all I know is Cody was a 2023 Royal Rumble winner, and Walter lasted a very long time. I should have just said that from the very jump, not wasting none of y'all time. But it was some interesting stuff in there, and I think new feuds have been created. Logan Paul, Ricochet had an incredible moment. Logan Paul was the big surprise. I'm not about to crap on Logan Paul, because I think he is a phenomenal talent. I think he is a phenomenal talent. This is where he belongs. And he always creates moments. Him and Ricochet had that big moment where they both jumped off the what you call those little things, the ring. They jumped off of the ropes. They jumped off the ropes, and then they hit each other like that. Fire moment, viral moment, I'm sure, for Logan Paul. And then Logan threw Seth out. Seth was one of the people that I thought was going to be in like the top 3. Wasn't the case. So yeah, that's going to set up a feud with Logan Paul and Seth. Perfect. Great ticket sales. Logan Paul is on his way to WrestleMania again. The boy's a star. Him and Seth will make music. That will be beautiful. And who else? Was there anything else noteworthy in that match? It was a lot of great moments. Sheamus. The Dominic little thing where Rey Mysterio was supposed to come out number 17. I don't know what happened. He somehow jumped his daddy. His daddy's much shorter than him. So he probably beat him up backstage, took his mask. Rey Mysterio got 600 masks, so I'm sure he could put another one on. I don't know what this means for anything, but that whole thing with Judgment Day was awesome in the ring. Yeah, so I love that. That whole thing was good. Cody was a 2023 Royal Rumble winner. Respect to him. On to the females. The big surprise in that was Nia Jax. Nia had a decent pop. They botched her countdown thing, so Nia comes back and, it was almost like a moment of every woman looking at her like, at some point, you done did something to my arm, leg, back, shoulder. You done messed something up. You know what I'm saying? Of me. You know what I'm saying? So they all focused on her and got her out. So yeah, I don't know who Nia Jax is going for. In fact, I think that she might be one of the ones gunning for one of the titles at WrestleMania. I think it should be her and Charlotte Flair. I know there was real beef with them. I don't know. But Rhea Ripley won the Royal Rumble, and I didn't think Liv Morgan was gonna be the last one standing. I didn't think that. Liv is showing that she belongs, and that was a true statement of it. I love that Liv was the last. I didn't at first. I was like, Liv, really? Whatever. So yeah, Rhea Ripley won, very deserving win, and she should win the belt. If anybody should end Bianca, it should be her. But she also hinted at the fact that she could be a Grand Slam champion if she beats Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? And she hasn't beaten Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? That would be for a title, I think. So that would be a good moment. And then I don't know what was next. What was next? Was it Bianca and Alexa, or was it this Mountain Dew match? I don't know. It was giving. Let's jump to the Mountain Dew match, okay? The pitch black, the licorice match, whatever that match was. It was giving Room Raiders, where you see the black light and you see the cum. You know what I'm saying? See if people been screwing in the room, and you can see if there's cum stains everywhere. It was giving very much that. But yeah, Bray Wyatt. The match was very, very short. I looked at my phone, looked back up, it was over. That's all I know. I can't even tell y'all the details of that match. But I can tell you the end was interesting. Botched, but very interesting. What's his name? The dude that looked like the leprechaun at the very end. He did the big jump off of the thing, which I thought was a dope setup. I knew it wasn't the end. Bray Wyatt had a different mask on. I don't know he just goes into all these phases, the Hannibal thing. I still think the Fiend was the best mask he's ever had. But I don't know about the Hannibal Lecter mask or whatever without the mouth thing he had. He had that. And Uncle Howdy did this big elbow drop off of one of the big giant things. And he landed, I think, past LA Knight. But it still kind of worked because of the camera angle. The camera angle wasn't like overhead, so we didn't see exactly where he landed. So it's LA Knight did a very good job selling that. So yeah, at the end of the day, the match was very short. You can blink and miss the entire match. The ending was decent. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bray's first match should have been, I think, better than that. But, some of these gimmick matches don't always end up great. And then we had Bianca and then Alexa Bliss. Bianca beat Alexa Bliss, and she, Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt and them messing with her again, you know what I'm saying, giving bully. They're giving very much bully. So that happened. And then, I'm just jumping right into it. Then we had the big one. We had the Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Incredible match. Starting it out, good back and forth, and I just gotta say, Roman is just a master. He's a master at this. Kevin is already a master in his own right, but it took Roman time to actually get there. Succotash was not it, but it took him time to get there. And now he's a master at his craft. He's a master at what he does. Sami Zayn came out with him, had a good back and forth. Sami Zayn is on the side. I was paying close attention to Sami to see exactly how he was going to be acting. And, Sami was kind of like cheering and stuff like that for Roman, but you can also tell that there was some hesitation when he seen Kevin Owens getting beat up. So then he mentioned in previous like Raws and stuff like that, that on SmackDown, there's going to be a test. Sami Zayn had to complete a test. That's where he's going to be tested at, which is the Royal Rumble. That test was pretty much, you are going to have to watch your best friend, or the guy you call your best friend, get destroyed. and we want to see the emotion and we want to see how you take it. And he failed that test because what ended up happening was after Kevin Owens has been put through the barricade, after he has been hit with the chair, after he has taken 698 sweet chin music kicks to the face. I guess you can say super kicks. I still say sweet chin music because that's what it is. But all those kicks to the face, just too many. And he got kicked with Air Force Ones on. They hurt. You know, the handcuffs was bought out, and that's where he actually got super kicked at with up against the thing, and Sammy had to sit there and watch it, and it was just painful because Sammy's face, the emotion that they painted was like that. Roman screaming in his ear, nobody's going to, I love you, I'm your brother, I'm this, I'm that, you know what I'm saying? We know how this always is when someone is in a stable or something. And after this final chair shot that Roman was going to deliver to Kevin, Sammy jumped in the way, stopped it, giving me very much just Emmy Award. Hold up. It was just beautiful. He couldn't do it. Roman gave him the chair, held it out like this, and you do it. Because you stopped me, you do it. Sammy couldn't do it, and he got one of the biggest pops that I've ever heard. Like, outside of CM Punk. Like, he got in Stone Cold, like, he got one of the biggest pops for hitting Roman in the back with that chair. And then he looked at the rest of the people and he said, go ahead. I know what's about to happen. I'll take it, but I can't allow this to happen. You know, he gets super kicked by Jimmy. Oh my God, the spike, the Samoan thing by Solo. And Jay, Mr. J, Oscar winning, Tony Award winning nominee, Jay Uso gives us this Academy Award performance of emotion, of him not wanting to do anything to Sammy. So he gets out of the ring and he walks back, and everybody, the Bloodline staring at him. I'm staring at him. I'm like, wait, what's going on? I'm like this the entire time because that was kind of crazy. Like, Jay walked out on them. And now this puts a whole damper on the storyline. We don't know where things are going to go now because Jay walked out. Jay is a tag team champion with his brother. So, and then he posted a cryptic message on Instagram. Not really cryptic. It was very blunt, actually. He said, I'm out, with the blood symbol emoji. Basically, I'm out blood. You know what I'm saying? So he's out. But this, for me, confirms a little bit more that it is going to be Kevin Owens and Sammy versus the Usos, because there's pay-per-views in between before we get to WrestleMania. And at some point, I think Jay is going to be upset, but he's going to end up turning on Sammy now. And then that's how we gonna get that feud. So that's going to be a story within itself. And then we got the Cody Rhodes and the Roman thing. The Cody Rhodes and the Roman thing is still going to be a big factor, but I still think that, and that'll be a factor because the truth is Cody is gunning for him, and he can easily just tell them, y'all handle them. I have other things that I need to handle, which is Cody Rhodes. So I think that that's how it's going to paint. I think that's what's going to come out on the brush. And I think that's what we are looking. But it was an emotional, brilliant story. And I think this is the final chapter, but I think we still have more of the best of it to come before we actually reach the end. The end is WrestleMania. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for hearing me out.